Hey guys, welcome back. We're here with another indie spotlight, and we're talking with creator today. By the way, I only know you as Artemis Vale. Oh no, actually that's not true. I do know your name. It's Jacob. Sorry about that. I always go
No
by your
problem.
your Twitter handle, so I'm so used to going by that. But thank you for joining us today. I appreciate you coming to speak with us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Your project right now is currently on Indiegogo, and it's pretty close to getting to its goal. For those of you who don't know, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got started in comics?
Oh, myself. Where to start? Yes, my name is Jacob Morris. Uh, I started getting into comics around when I started watching Zach and his comic reviews.
Hmm.
So, I like comics. Maybe I should start reading the good ones. And then the good ones started fading away like a snap, certain snap.
A Thanos snap, perhaps.
Reading, so I stopped reading mainstream DC or Marvel comics
Interesting.
altogether.
Yeah.
2 years. That's a record, I think. Anyway,
And so, what did you
around
start? Where did you go to after dropping Marvel and DC?
nowhere. While I was in the meantime, I've also been writing short stories. That was also based in the same Necromancer universe in the anthology books called Clarion Call. Find the Amazon. There's a first story Necromancer for Hire and second story Necromancer Deal with the Dark Gods. You can actually find the Amazon links to the books down at the bottom of the
Oh, nice.
Indiegogo
I'll go
page.
ahead and link those in the YouTube. Let's see. Clarion Call Volume 3. Is that right?
Yes, and Clarion Call Volume 4.
Nice. That's cool. So you've kind of been diving into this world for a little while then, it sounds like.
Yeah.
That's exciting. I like the covers on those too. Those are cool. And so what kind of a world is does Necromancer Tombstone Blues and your other Necromancer series take place in?
Well, it's in an alternate fantasy setting like Lord of the Rings or uh, Game of Thrones.
Hmm.
There's low fantasy, which is like Conan or Harry Potter. It's magic, but it's in our world. And there's high fantasy, which is a magical place that's like pretty much another planet. You know.
Hmm.
And this is a high fantasy setting with some place with some more advanced technologies than fantasy settings traditionally have. Some areas it's like World War II era. Others it's like a cyberpunk thing.
That's cool. I love.
Often,
I like that you have a mixture of
yeah,
those settings.
actually added more mix because my setting kept at first it was just a cyberpunk thing, but kept being confused with Shadowrun. You know how it goes. Then I had Nazis and the whole thing.
And then it just took off from there, right?
Yes, actually, I had that right after I saw the Last Jedi. It's like
The Last
by the
Jedi.
way, of course, with blackjack and hookers.
Are we? I think we may have lost you there. Are you still with us?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I Yeah, I said I'd make my own Star Wars with blackjack
Oh
and
God,
hookers.
that's definitely not your Disney Star Wars universe. That's the dark
Yep.
universe for sure.
Yeah, actually, there's like a blackjack and hookers sequence in the preview pages
And
for the
really,
adult. Yes.
should we bring up the campaign page perhaps and start taking a look at some of these pages maybe?
Yes.
Let's see. I'll go
Please
ahead and
do.
screen share this for you. So we have the campaign here. We see we're at 91% of a 2,000 fixed goal with 3 days left. So super close. Just the final push right now. Just trying to get this guy over the finish line. So let's go ahead and take a look at this campaign here. think people are gonna be really excited about Ebai's art. He always brings explosive, high impact art. I feel like we start off with a digital tier. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, feel free to buy. Don't dox yourself.
Right. So yeah, we start off with the digital tier, the digital copy. For $4, you get the digital tier. The digital, is it a PDF file that they get?
Yes.
Nice, nice. And then we move on from there. We have the uh first two physical tiers, a physical copy A and a physical copy B, and each one has a unique cover that you can pick up. We see on the left here, in fact, here's actually the cover right there.
Yeah, I believe that one's A, correct?
Excuse me. Looks like it. Yeah, I think that one's A. And I was telling Jacob earlier. I picked up physical copy B myself. I think there's something about it's funny because a lot of people were saying. I think I was talking to Ebi and he was saying that the A was more popular, but for some reason, something about the menacing way he's just holding that gun in B. Just I was like, oh man, he looks so cool right there. And he looks so fierce.
It looks very more. It has more of
Yeah, don't
like.
forget he also has a spell on the other hand.
What's that?
He's also got a spell on the other hand.
Yeah, which is cool. Yeah, it is a nice combo. He's got the gun, the spell. It's a really cool combo. It looks very fierce. Yeah, I really enjoyed that one. So for $8 and shipping, you get the two physical. You can get one of the physical books of each cover, or for $16, you can get both copies, both one of each cover. And then we're moving down. We also have a bulk order in case for some comic shops, or if you're trying to give them to friends as gifts or whatever purposes you might want. There's a bulk order where I believe you can get 5 copies of in that bulk order.
5 copies of cover A.
5 copies cover A, or 5 copy of B if you want to go with the bulk order B. And now is bulk order C both of them then as well?
8 copies, 4 of each.
Okay, nice, nice. Very good. I see the the have your name on the tombstone is already sold out.
Yep. One of them is going to be the Dark Lord Sauron.
Oh, nice, dude.
Touch me back and changes it. Wants to change it.
Oh, that's cool. Now we see we have the art. We have a little bit more art here. He's beating up. What are the are these like what kind of creatures are these? I have to ask.
Those are goblins.
They are, okay, perfect. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I just love the elements of the cyberpunk, the fantasy, the crime noir. It's just a bunch of cool elements that I don't think we've really seen combined in such a way before. It's pretty awesome. That guy looks so creepy. Jeez, I mean, yeah, it's just a really interesting. Like, what made you inspired to create a story like this?
Wow, that's goes way back. Actually, oh, and that page right there, those are hobgoblins.
Oh, okay, interesting. The guys in the standing in the back there.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I like these guys. They look like gangsters. I thought that was a really cool touch. It's like I'm a big sucker for crime fiction, so that totally gives me some cool vibes like that. But you were saying as to the inspiration of your comic.
Yeah, it's been basically the result of a lot of ideas swimming around my head for years and years and years, ever since I was a kid.
Really? So it's been long in the
I was a
works.
daydreamer in school.
And from daydreaming to actually putting it down on the page.
Yeah, I was always the good kid. Little did they know I was just just sitting there quietly, just in my own world. Like, this Jacob kid's so good and quiet. He's like,
if only they knew.
sharks.
If only you knew the worlds that were being formed inside your head. They'd be like, this Jacob kid, he's one of those dark ones. I love this scene too. It's just like a casino right here.
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome. Now, how did you first come to start working with eBay as an artist?
Well, I think it was back in 2017, late 2017. It was around the time he was working on Iron Sights with Zach. I started commissioning him for projects. It was like a series of like nights, night works. You got the Seekers of Virtue, the Scarians, the Green Knights. What else? Oh, and the Winged Hussars. It was
Sorry,
like there
you're
was
gonna have
like
to.
night.
Sorry, when you say Nightworks, what exactly do you mean by that?
They were like images of knightly orders within the Necromancer setting.
Oh wow! So kind of like almost like concept art, maybe, or like
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, something
interesting.
like that.
Nice. That's
Actually,
awesome.
that's in like this areas of the setting that's more lower technology but higher magic.
So kind of a combination of that lower and that higher fantasy you were talking about in a way.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it sounds really good. Do you have any specific themes or anything that you've been inspired by in a sense that you want to kind of show through?
Anyway, so after that,
What's that?
oh yeah, after that we started discussing making a Necromancer comic.
Huh. Interesting.
Eventually, after I saved up some money, we started putting it down, and this is where we're at.
Very cool. And Matt, what were you asking again, man?
Basically, I was just asking if he had any kind of inspiration over the
It's
time
okay,
that
Matt. You can talk.
through.
Did you can you not hear him, Jacob?
No?
I think we might have an issue. Matt, can you try to back it out and see if that
Yeah.
helps? May having some technical difficulties with the I don't know why Google Hangouts has been doing that so much lately, but
Yeah, it's
yeah,
crap.
kind of right. Definitely gonna have to find a new system eventually to move over to because it doesn't seem like they're really supporting this one very much anymore. But yeah, so I mean, you guys started working together, and I mean, it seems like it's gone really well. Like, have you guys enjoyed working on this project together?
Oh yeah, it's been very fun. You know, if we somehow don't make the goal, we'll still publish it digitally.
Oh, nice.
So yeah,
That's,
we'll
that's
get
good
that
to know.
fixed.
Yeah.
And at the
Now
very
is this?
least, we got more backers than Incredible Gators.
That's
So we got
funny,
that going for us.
right? And is this a one-off comic, or is this kind of something that you could see continuing on after the first issue?
Kind of.
Kind of
Actually, thinking
potentially
after this comic, I'm going to write a book
based in
that
the
follows this
same
book.
universe.
Yes, that
Oh,
could follow
nice.
after the events of this comic.
Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, that
Like
sounds cool.
you'll go like you have the two short stories, then you have the comic, then you have the book. You
Nice.
know, eventually I would have the books made into comics eventually.
Well, that's pretty cool. I like that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, Vi has experiences like transferring media. It was like Ironsides was originally a movie script, so
Oh wow. So yeah, you were saying you were pretty heavily inspired by Zach to kind of get started and seeing how much he was doing and all these cool projects he was coming out with,
yeah.
and then now you're creating your own and stuff, and you're so close to the finish line. I know you guys are gonna make it. I'm confident you guys can make it because you guys are just
Yeah.
got a really great project on your hands. I think you've got a really cool story with a really interesting world that you guys have put together. So I'm really excited to see what you guys come out with.
Thanks,
I mean,
man.
listen to this. Listen, I mean, just reading this off of the Indiegogo page says Gregor will question himself and his upbringing as he faces these daunting and dangerous trials while navigating sleazy mob bases, virtual reality simulations, and desecrated graves. I mean, that just sounds awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want to read that, right? And the high fantasy World War S2, that kind of stuff. That's all really, really quite interesting, and so I'm excited to see what you guys do with this one, and even further down the line, potentially if you guys come back to working together again. Yeah, but so we've
I'm also
talked a little bit
running a
about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, I'm also running a tabletop game campaign that's also based in this universe, although not exactly in the same location.
Really, kind of
Yeah, in fact, it's way on the other side of where Necromancer is.
That's interesting. So are you a big fan of tabletop games then?
Yeah.
What kinds are you kind of more familiar with?
Well, right now I'm playing Fantasy Craft.
Fantasy Craft. I'm not
It's like
familiar with
D&D.
that one.
It's like Dungeons and Dragons, but good.
Damn, not a fan of D&D, huh?
Yeah, I mean 3.5 and Pathfinder are like terrible rules wise. Pathfinder setting is completely trash.
Pathfinder setting is kind of an amalgamation of like every other setting ever thought of. It's like they stuck every
D&D
pop
5e is,
culture thing into one universe.
in 5e the designers are more interested in pandering than making rules and new classes.
Interesting, yeah. Yeah, I'm more of a Call of Cthulhu fan myself,
Yeah.
personally. But I've heard some good things about like the Star Wars role playing games. But yeah, I mean this fantasy one. What kind of a setting is it?
Fantasy Craft?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's not doesn't really have a setting.
It's more of a game set of rules, and you kind of create your own settings mostly.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's pretty modular, so like you can like kind of tweak whether how lethal your game is or whether it has magic or not.
It's very variable.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So do you find that, having come from a tabletop background, that influences your writing at all?
Oh yeah. Often does. And George R. R. Martin also ran D&D games before writing Game of Thrones. So
I did
Are
not
you
know.
a
It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, are you a Game of Thrones fan?
as much I am a Lord of the Rings guy.
More of that high fantasy setting?
Yeah, more of the less cynical stuff,
I can see that, yeah.
It's like
It's
I
definitely a
don't know
different style.
I don't know how George is actually going to end his book, but the TV series, goddamn. Hey, we just defeat the big bad guy. Let's go back to,
Killing
I
each
guess, the
other.
big boss now. Woman who thinks she's smarter than she actually is. This is acknowledged in universe. Hold on, I think I have
Now, what's that?
It's true.
there's like this meme I found. Hold on. Wait for it. I'm gonna send it to you on Twitter.
Here, maybe we
Message.
can screen share it. Okay. Yeah, everyone's been just oh shit. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see here. I'm definitely gonna have to screen share this one. What the hell? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Let me white box myself, and then boom. Oh my god. Oh man. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Uh, uh, Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Definitely going full anime there for a minute.
This is actually an edit. Like, see the Night King's head photoshopped? It was actually like for like another enemy that she defeated.
What's that? Oh, really?
This is actually, yeah, it was originally for another guy, not
Oh,
the Night King.
interesting. Yeah, that's true. His
This
armor
is
is
why the Night King, like,
the armor is different,
that's
isn't
why
it?
the Night King's head is like that.
That's funny. Oh man, I like how Sonic's randomly in it too.
Yep.
So Matt,
Meow.
are you back with us, Matt? Maybe not.
Yeah.
I heard him talk.
You guys able to hear me better, or
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yay!
okay?
That's funny. I just took a couple times of backing out and then come back in, I guess. But we were just talking a little bit about Game of Thrones and kind of some of the influences, I suppose, and background of where he got started.
Mhm.
Um, and you know, I wanted to. It kind of made me think of a fun kind of a spin-off question, which is if you could make Necromancer Tombstone Blues into a TV series or a movie, who would you see playing your main characters?
No.
Not at all.
No, I do not trust Hollywood at all.
Oh, that's funny, dude. Like not even an animated version.
Oh, okay. I think an animated would work.
Maybe animated, yeah.
You know, maybe get like the guys who did that Castlevania animated series,
Hmm. Yeah,
or
yeah,
just an
totally.
anime.
I
I
see
do an
that
anime too.
style.
Yeah, dude. That'd be cool. Yeah, I could totally see it giving it that anime style. You know, it would look pretty
Mhm.
slick with that. But
I
yeah,
do.
so
But anyway, if I don't want to do an actor, I think Keanu Reeves.
he could probably pull it off. Just put on a mask and there you go. He could pull it
Yeah,
off.
and he just does John Wick.
John Wick, yeah. Speaking of which, John Wick comes out next week.
I'm debating whether to go to the movie theater.
But
I probably will. But I was like, after Endgame, Avengers Endgame, I don't really need to go to the movies anymore.
That was the last one, right? Can you
I think
believe
I
this?
think
Sorry, go ahead.
I think John Wick will probably be the last one.
Yeah, I can see that. That's fair. That is a good series. I mean, although it is technically breaking off into I guess a more cinematic universe, I guess. Is that right?
No.
That's what I heard. I
this
guess
is not.
they're planning to do a TV show called the Continental based on the hotel, and then they're gonna do a movie called Ballerina, which is like a female assassin. So like spinning it off into all sorts of crazy directions. Yeah. Sorry to break it to you.
So anyway, John Wick 3 is my last movie.
You're like, yeah, the other ones aren't part of it. Whatever. Oh man. But no, yeah, I could see that. Yeah. Can you believe Matt here hasn't seen um in game yet? If you can believe that. Kind of sad, isn't it?
I'll wait a little bit. I waited
Matt,
for all the other ones,
all the other one what?
all the MCU movies.
Huh?
I waited for all
Have
the
you
other
had,
ones. I
you
don't
haven't
think
gotten
I
spoiled yet,
saw
have
an
you?
MCU movie in
I
theaters.
but this is Endgame, man. Mhm. I guess we probably can't talk spoilers yet on the Endgame, right? It's probably too soon. But did you catch?
Guys.
Did
Oh,
you
sorry.
catch? Did you did you catch that Howard the Duck cameo? That's all I'm gonna
He
say.
was in like the background of something, right?
Yeah, I didn't have. I had to look it up later. I didn't actually see it while I was watching it, but
Wait,
Yeah, I didn't
but
see it either.
but if you haven't seen it, keep your eye out for that in the movie. But
And keep your eye out for another thing that'll make your eyes roll out of your head.
oh, I'm sure there'll be plenty of things like that.
Yeah.
But getting back to Necromancer, you've talked about kind of like some of the other writing projects that you worked on and stuff like that. Is this the first comic project that you've worked on?
Yes.
So what has it been like for you to kind of dive into to comic creation for the first time?
Yeah, it's been interesting. I have read up on how to write comic scripts before actually writing one, so I did my research.
Nice. Kind of preparing yourself before getting into it.
Yeah, I kind of wrote a kind of a loosey goosey Marvel style. So if I actually prefers.
Really. Hmm.
Yeah. Oh, it
You
can get a like sometimes it kind of switches some of the pages into two panels. It's like, oh yeah, you went ahead with yourself. That's okay. I'll fix in post.
right? That's always a little tricky.
Yeah.
Kind of have to adapt to it a bit.
I'll add more single page spreads.
Hmm.
That'll fix it.
I'm
So
Yeah, he
you,
likes doing those.
writer, so I don't know what you mean by the single page spread. So I'll just I know that's more of Michael's criteria. So
that's like a single page spread is like when you have a single panel for the whole page, and so you can have like a two-page spread where you have a single panel stretch across two pages, where it's like one single image, or you can have one page be it.
oh,
Yeah, totally.
okay. Now that under those terms, I know exactly what you're talking about now.
Right. Yeah, I think most people
I
would
didn't
probably
even know
notice
that's what
when
they
they
were
see it,
called.
because that's a total classic comic move.
Uh, I mean, to me, that's just two full pages.
Right. But yeah, that's it's a little different how me and Matt work too. Because when we work together, I always when I write out for Project R, I always just kind of write it out almost like a novel, and then he translates it into comic pages and panels. So we work a little differently, like in that sense. Speaking of which, how did you end up writing your comic? How did you write it out? If you don't mind sharing.
I used Google Docs. Made it easy for you buy to look in on it. It's like,
Nice,
yeah,
kind of help ease the flow of the whole process.
yeah,
Nice. Yeah, Ebi's is a great guy. He's been absent, of course, as I'm sure as you know, from Twitter. But luckily he was able to find some ways around that recently.
yeah.
But yeah, it's been a bummer having him gone from the team. If you, of course, we work with him all the time with him on decimators and stuff. So we're very familiar with him, and he's a very nice guy with his time, very very good guy. Um, and so I always wish him best of luck with his projects. And I understand um, that you guys have been working on this project for a little while now. Like, when did you first start working together? Like, around what time was that?
About October last year,
Okay.
or like late last year.
Nice. Yeah.
Kind of like he like did the pages month by month as my paycheck came in.
Nice. Yeah, he's good working that way.
Yeah.
Mhm. Real quick, I noticed the image that you're using for your Hangouts. Is that a character for uh, Necromancer, or is it for
That
one
was
of your other
actually
projects?
that was actually an avatar commission I did with buy for buy. That's actually like kind of the original
Oh,
Gregor, the main character. We kind of changed over time.
Hmm.
okay. Because I was looking at it, I'm like, I don't know if that's the main character or if a different character. So I just went and re-looked at it, and it looks different, but I mean, it still looks really good.
Yeah.
Kind of more updated version in a way.
Yeah. Oh, this like the one on my avatar is like an older version.
Ah, okay. That's cool. I like to see how it's progressed like that.
Yeah.
Like you said, you've been thinking about these ideas and kind of characters for a long time now. It's been a long time in the workings.
Yeah.
Do you
Now,
have any special, I would say not personal, but like inspirations that you plan on like showing through inside the comic as a means of paying homage or just something for, you could say, Easter eggs for a sense?
Oh yeah, there's actually on the page for the digital tier, you can see in the image on the bottom right, sort of a cameo. Actually, there's two cameos, like bottom right and top left.
you said it was on which image from the campaign?
The digital tier.
The digital. Let me see.
For the stream.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, let me see if I can pull that out. Let's see. So that there, the digital copy, you see the image there with the main character kind of jumping down and stuff, Matt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right of the image. Can you guess who that is?
Matt might not be able to guess. He's not too up on his streaming stuff.
No.
Give it a wild
Okay.
guess, Matt. It's someone in the community. It's someone big in the community. Someone known to buy.
Oh, okay. I know. Yeah, yeah. It's your boy Zach.
Right?
Okay.
And Luna.
Yep. That's what gave it away for me. That's when I was like, oh man, I know that.
Right? I thought that was a good cameo.
Who's the one on the top left?
That's Purity Sin. She's a YouTuber.
Okay.
That's cool, right? I like that
Yep.
there's these fun Easter eggs in there for people to find.
Mm-hmm.
And isn't there another page with an Easter egg where it has like some sort of wasn't there like a movie poster or something that you had on there?
Yeah, well, it's not on the preview page on this page, but there's sort of like a movie poster for Abductables.
Nice, which is another of
In the
Ebi's.
same, they're not in the same setting, just so you know. But
Right. It's not a crossover,
no.
but just kind of more
But
like a fun nod to one of Ebi's other works.
yeah.
Nice.
Also, there's a
Pretty good.
last preview image. There's another YouTuber cameo.
Oh, by the way, let's see. I got a bigger version of
Aiden Paladin.
this one here.
Oh yeah, that's the fuller page.
Nice.
Yeah, you see him reviewing a comic right there, and got the finger purse.
What's that?
You see the finger purse.
The finger purse? Jeez. That's wild.
Also, fun thing about this page,
Okay.
that's kind of actually a sequence from the Necromancer for Hire story, as Gregor the Arcane Net.
Really, so
Through a crystal ball.
and so that crystal ball is gonna play a part. Is kind of plays a part in that other story as well.
Well, especially like his connection to the digital mage virtual world.
That's cool. I like the combination of digital technology with magic. It was a fun combination. Now, what is that? Back there it says what does it say, that article headline? Digurath at Iliangrad?
Bloodbath at Iliangrad.
Bloodbath at Iliangrad. Ooh. That sounds
The second one, the Death March and the Thrani face off.
sounds like tumultuous times in the Necromancer universe.
Yep.
Now you said there was another YouTuber cameo?
Yeah, it's the last image of the preview pages on the Indiegogo page. There's a YouTuber known as Aiden Paladin singing there.
Let's see.
You guys know who Aiden Paladin is?
I personally am not familiar. Matt, are you by any chance?
I don't think so.
Yeah, she's not a comic YouTuber, but she's pretty big.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. And so that's in this image here.
Yes,
Very
to the
cool.
right.
Nice. Yeah, I love this panel. It's just so fun. That dwarf walking by with that big beer is awesome.
Yeah, technically he's a staunch.
What is he?
He's called a staunch in this universe.
Oh wow, that's cool. Huh. So did you kind of come up with names for a lot of the different creatures, or did you kind of mix and match when it comes to naming them?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of all. Nice. Yeah, I like
Pretty
that.
interesting.
Yeah, that's a cool way to do it.
Give it a little bit of you could say artistic flair to it.
A little bit of uniqueness to in that world.
Yeah. Anyway, I've got to wrap up, get back to work.
Oh, really? You got some more stuff to do? Are you going to be working on the comic tonight at all, or you got what do you got going on?
Oh no, I have to get back to work.
Oh, geez, you had to take wow, you actually took time to out of your work to come speak with us. I
Yeah, this
really
is my.
appreciate that, man.
I kind of did this during my lunch break. Although I have like a 2 hour
Really?
lunch
Oh,
break.
wow.
So it's all
Geez, well, thank you so much, man. That's really generous of your time. I really appreciate that.
yeah, no
So
problem.
why don't we, before you go, we'll go ahead and plug the campaign. And is there anything you want to tell your fans out there and people who are looking forward to your campaign?
Remember the precepts? They're like this is like an in-universe thing. Do not consort with the dark gods. The undead are profane, and do as you wish, but pay the price.
Dude, that's awesome. That's perfect. So yes, please check out this campaign. And where can people follow you online so that they can check out more of your adventures and follow your comics as well?
You can find me on my Twitter handle, Artemis Worm. I also have a Gab. You can also look at my. You can also find some of my stories in the Clarion Call volumes 3 and 4. You can find the Amazon links down the bottom of the Indiegogo. Oh, and don't be afraid to buy 8 copies of Necromancer.
Heck yeah. Do it.
Show it around.
Heck yeah, dude. Show your friends, show everyone. Even show them to your local comic shops.
Tell your family, tell your dog.
Tell your dog, exactly, man. Get it out there. Go tell a necromancer. I'm sure they love it. So, well, thanks again, man. It's been a pleasure talking to you, and I can't wait to see you guys past that finish line and even go further and beyond. So, please, everyone, go support them. This is a great project, and I know everyone's going to really love what they've got going on. So, go check it out, and we'll see you guys next time. And everyone, have a great night. Take care.
All right.